This is Go Forest testing. Can you hear me?
Okay, thank you very much. Well, good morning, everyone. It's nice to see you. Thank you for coming. First of all, announcement. Next weekend, we will be celebrating Ulambana here at our temples. So we will here in Southern California, we decided to do it at Blue Mountain Temple. Okay, it's a little bit smaller and cozier. It's just perfect for all of you. This is too big. It's just like you don't feel, like it's so too big. It doesn't feel cozy at all. Okay, so next weekend we do at Blue Mountain Temple. Okay, please remember. Okay, and if possible, bring more people. We can handle a lot of people there. All right. Any other announcements we need to make? Thank you very much. Anyone? Any questions? Comments? Yes. 8.
Good morning, Master. I'm wondering, in regards to Ulumbana, then in the afternoon, will we stay at Blue Mountain or will we come back here?
Oh, good question. We didn't think of that, did we? It will be an all-day thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's all day.
Oh.
Do we have enough equipment there to do the broadcast? Lecture?
We will try, Master.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so it's an all-day thing. Good point, good point. So we do the Ulambana thing in the morning and have lunch, and then we do the lecture thing in the afternoon. And after that, we go for gelato. Just in case you... What? Oh my God. Okay, any other questions? No? No questions whatsoever? Okay. Yes? Questions? 9.
Master, is there such a thing that's unconditional love? Because I try to give that to my children, but I don't know what exactly it is.
Good question. How do you give unconditional love to your children? Let's go to DTT and ask the 2 mothers there. Look at how happy they are. The children are so happy up there. What are they doing that's right? Do you give them unconditional love or is it conditional love? DTT. That's a good point. Wow.
Emitofuo, Master. I just give them blessing. I don't know what else to give them.
You give them blessings?
Yes.
All right. Is blessings conditional love or unconditional love?
Well, I don't ask anything in return.
Don't ask for anything in return. Okay, so is that unconditional then? It sounds like it's unconditional blessings. What about the other lady? Do you give for your son conditional or unconditional love? And what is it? What is unconditional love that people talk about?
Hello, Master. I think I gave him unconditional love also.
And what is unconditional love?
I don't expect anything from him in return or in the future.
So, all right. So you have a question for them about unconditional love? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, so if your child is not behaving well,
there you go. We come to the heart of the matter. If they're lovely, they're cute, it's no problem, right? It's so easy to give unconditional love. But what if they're so difficult?
I think it's the same. You just deal with whatever he is and teach him what to be a kind and nice person, but you don't expect him like to love you back or like take care of you like you take care of him right now.
if you have two children, like one hates the other? What?
I'm sorry, what's your question again?
Yeah, one hates, you have two children, you only have one, so it's not easy for you. What if you have two children and one hates the other?
That's why I don't decide to have a second child.
Hates, yeah,
One
physically.
is enough for me.
Okay. So what to do when you have two children? One hates the other. How can you give unconditional love? Which one do you give it to?
I don't know. If I had to, I will do the same way, teach them the same way, teach the same way, no different.
You don't seem to understand the difficulties at number 9 here. What is the difficulty of having two children that one hates the other that makes it difficult to love them?
Maybe ask someone have two kids.
Yeah? Number 9. Nina, why so difficult for you to give unconditional love?
Yes, I feel I get angry with the hater.
Which one? The one who's cute or the one who hates the other?
Who hates the other physically. Really
Hits the other physically?
Yeah.
Wow, I like this boy. Yeah? What about the other boy? Can you give unconditional love to the other boy?
So at that moment, I don't really feel I like him as usual. I get really angry, really. Get mad.
No, the boy who's not violent. Can you give unconditional love to the boy who's not violent?
Yeah, I try to protect him.
Okay, so you can give unconditional love, but it's the one who's misbehaving, who's violent, who even, if he's violent towards his brother, he's rather violent towards you as well, I imagine.
Sometimes he's violent toward me
Toward
too.
everyone as well. Yes? Okay, so that's what you have difficulties giving unconditional love to. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, you hate it.
Yeah, I really hate that kind of behavior. But I don't hate him. Just.
You hate that behavior. Okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, 8, go ahead. Give her your 2 cents worth. What happened to the shrink when we need them?
I know, where is she? But the shrink doesn't have any kids, so.
That's true, isn't it? Hey, how about the other shrink who only deals with crazy people that might be related, might be applicable?
There you go. Being a child of a parent who only gave conditional love, and not to me because I wasn't a boy, I think it's really unfair.
Unfair.
To choose love because you want to or you don't want to, regardless of the behavior. You can dislike and hate.
Have you
They're
tried?
acting out.
Okay. Can I have a suggestion? Have you tried hitting him back? It's easier. It's easy when you hit someone, they don't hit back. When they hit you back, that's when you think. Have you tried that? I show you how to do it.
Go with master. But I think you really said it. It's really the behavior you don't like. It's not that you don't like your kid or you don't love your kids. So that's the issue, is the behavior.
She can't stand it, not like, it's just that she cannot stand it. Vicky,
She can't stand
call a
the
spade a spade,
Okay,
don't
you hate that
mince words here. Okay, you hate it.
Okay, you hate the behavior. Oh, here's a mom, but she only has one child. Is that okay?
Yeah, she's a teacher. Maybe she can have
maybe she has some good
wisdom to
ideas.
share. Okay, because some of your students probably are violent at school, right? And so how do you deal with, this young lady here says she has two sons. One is violent towards another, and she hates it. I mean, she puts it mildly. Hey. She's looking for herself on the screen. Cute. I know what she wants to do. Gymnast. Yeah? So what do? Sorry to catch you just like that. We're desperate. We're looking for someone who is experienced handling children. Yeah.
I definitely need some time to think about it and then to find out more about the context of the situation.
Okay, give her the context again. Okay. Come on, Lena. Spit it out. Okay. You have two children. One old, one older, and the older boy is violent. Yes?
Yeah, usually, I think so if he gets bored or he feels unfair, he starts to just insult his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes physically.
Okay, very good. And you hate it. Don't forget that part. You hate it. So what to do? So that's why she asked about, how come I cannot give unconditional love to that child? Right?
I thought if I love him, I should still
tolerate it
towards him even when he's behaving like that. But at that moment,
but you can't, right?
Right.
Oh, that's terrible. Yes, go for it. What she's thinking. Yeah.
You, Master.
This one here has lots of children.
I have three children.
And lots of nieces and nephews.
Yes, I do. So what I see is that the older one is trying to, is hurting the younger one. We have to look at the cost. It's probably the oldest one, when he first born, he got all the attention and love. And then when the second one came out, get a lot of attention from the parent. And the parent probably need to take care of the younger one because he's young, but the older one doesn't understand. When he doesn't understand that the younger one needs the more attention, not because mommy and dad doesn't love him. So his thinking is that, man, I got all the attention and love. Now you came out, you take my share. So I'm gonna hurt you so that I can gain some attention. Maybe parents need to spend more time alone with him. give him show him that he's also very important in the family. I think the child just want to scream out for help.
Such a good psychologist. I see. But that's not how she feels, right? Lena doesn't feel that way. It's not about not getting enough attention from her. It's just that.
Yeah, maybe I don't give enough attention to him.
Then give more attention. You give more attention, guess what? He's going to get violent too. Because once he gets violent, he's going to get violent again. So I recommend being more forceful. Okay, but good point. Okay, anyone else? Yes, number one, she has a lot of children too.
Alo, Mô Phật. Con thì có 2 đứa con trai. Thì một đứa thì nó rất là tốt, một đứa thì nó mau sân lắm nha. Rồi nhiều khi mình nói đó, mình nói nó 1 tiếng nó sân lại. Cái mình nghĩ mình dòm, trời mình cái nghiệp của mình nặng quá. Mình làm người mẹ mà đối với đứa con, mà đứa con này đó là mình đã có quan nghiệp với nó rồi. Tại sao mà mình nói một câu đó là nó trả lời, mà trả lời không có vui, hay trả lời rất là sân. Ngọ nghĩ qua nghĩ lại, mình từ bi với nó.
Có khóc không?
Chứ không mình
mỗi lần nó làm gì có ứa nước mắt đó.
Chứ không phải mà tranh đấu với nó nữa. Tranh đấu với nó là mình thất bại. Rồi cái mình nghĩ qua nghĩ lại, bây giờ mình biết đi cái từ cửa Phật rồi, thì mình mới niệm Phật. Niệm Phật rồi mình hồi hướng cái công đức cho nó. Thì có màu nhiệm lắm đó thầy.
Có màu nhiệm. Okay. Yeah. Translation. This is a good one. Yeah, you have so much wisdom. I'm so impressed. I'm only one-dimensional.
Emitofuo Master, so myself, I have 2 sons, and one is very good, the other one has a quick temper. So every time I talk to him one thing, and immediately he returned to me with his anger. And so I just keep thinking about that, and I thought that this is my karma, is very heavy. And I, as a mother, treating my sons that way, I felt that I have a karmic hatred bond with him, and therefore that's why every time I say something and he's not happy, instead of that, it makes me very angry. And so every time in that way, I know that I've learned about Buddhism. I'm not going to fight him because I'm losing all the time when I think about that. Myself, I'm going to recite the Buddha name and transfer the merit and virtue to him.
Zoom in at her. She's looking at her. Yeah? Okay, continue. Nói tiếp.
Rồi cái gia đình họ thì anh em cũng đông nữa. Mấy đứa em họ nó không có con như vậy nữa. Trời ơi, lì quá, nói con nó không nghe. Mấy đứa con bây giờ thời buổi này giờ mấy đứa con nó hay hơn mình nữa. Mình là dở quá chừng. Nói nó không nghe. Nó không nghe, mày này săn với nó, mày tranh đấu với nó. Phải mày từ bi với nó, đi đâu phải kêu trước nó, con làm gì đó. Chứ không phải là mình làm cha đó, ngày xưa đó mình làm cha mẹ mình đó lớn lắm, làm cha mẹ lớn lắm. Con chút thì đánh thì gầy. Bây giờ trở ngược lại không phải như vậy đâu.
Bây giờ nó đánh mình.
Con mình phải từ bi với nó nhiều khi nó sân, nó giận đồ này kia.
Thầy cũng vậy lúc trước rồi.
Mình không có tranh đấu với nó được.
Thầy là mấy ông thầy đánh thầy, bây giờ thời buổi này học trò nó đánh thầy.
Dạ, trò đánh thầy nhiều lắm á. Tại vì cái
Đánh
quan
sau
gia
lưng,
trái
đánh trước
chủ
mặt.
thầy đó là quan gia trái chủ là sống không à, không phải là chết đâu. Chết thì mình không có thấy.
Translation. This is it hits the point home, you know. Yeah.
Also, Master, so in my family, I have many siblings, and I have a lot of nephews and nieces as well. Their sons and daughter. So nowadays, they're very tough. They don't listen to us anymore. So instead of that way, instead of getting angry at them, every time they do that, we have to become more compassionate. Parents nowadays, every little things we do, they're gonna get angry back at us, and we have to become more compassionate toward them. However, in the past, our parents, every time we did something, they will beat us back, and they will punish us. Master say that, me too. So every time I teach my disciple, they're gonna talk back at me, or they're gonna punish me behind my back.
Okay, so have you thought about it, young teacher? Hey.
Yeah, but I did think about it. I thought about what I usually do when I'm faced with a violent student in my classroom. And to be fair, it's hard to give unconditional love at that moment. And what I usually do first off is that I make sure that other students are safe. So it could mean de-escalating the situation. So if I have a good relationship with that student and they respect me enough for me to speak calmly to them, for them to stop being violent, that sometimes works. Sometimes two students will try to get into conflict with each other. And if they respect me enough, then I can, again, it's back to relationship that I've built with them before, then they'll, listen to me and stop. If they don't, then I'll either have security remove them from the situation, or I would remove my other students from that situation. But first priority is to make sure everyone is safe and holding those boundaries. And then secondly, it's not something you can change at that moment. You have to give yourself and the community of students and that student time to work through whatever it is that they're going through. So once everyone is safe, then we go on to look into, therapy. We look into how else the student can express themselves. A lot of times when we lash out, when we're angry, is because we never learned how to express ourselves otherwise. So even with my daughter, I made sure that we show her different ways to express herself when she's angry. So sometimes she'll like put herself in a safe space. So she'll go to her, we have like a tent at home, so she'll go to her tent and kind of give herself some time before she comes back to us. Or we'll do a countdown, or she'll sometimes like punch into a pillow. But she's learning how to express herself in a way that's not harmful to other people and herself, even when she's angry, because she's going to get angry.
Very good. Yeah, excellent. I'd like to interject here and remind you, emphasize the point here. The point here is that when the boy or the child is angry, you need to let it out, otherwise he goes crazy. Okay, so let it out in a harmless way. Help him release the anger without harming others. That's our jobs. Very good point. Okay? All right, continue. There's more, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's really it. It's just, and when they're angry, there's nothing you can really do at that moment except to keep everyone safe. It's the work happens afterwards when they calm down. And they have more of cognitive ability, and also like they're not as afflicted and they're able to hear you out more.
Yeah, okay.
moment
Yeah,
that it
move over, move the there you go. See? All right. Does it help?
Yes.
Okay.
It helps me. But one last thing I do want to mention is we always make sure we reassure her. So we would always say, oh, we're here when you're ready. So it shows them that even when they get angry, we still love them and we're still here for them. And that's really important for her to hear. And usually when I say, okay, mommy's here when you're ready, it'll take her a shorter time, and then she'll come back to me, and then we'll kind of work through it. But the reassurance also helps.
Lena, don't call him her, okay? Don't give him the wrong idea. So. Okay, but kids nowadays, you know, him, her, doesn't matter to them. Anyone else would like to contribute? Very good. Lots of wisdom here. Yes, 5.
Master, what if there are other people involved?
Like what?
For example, when Joseph was young, I had to live with my aunt, and my aunt was spoiling Joseph. So then every time I wanted to teach him, my aunt would get involved, and then it made the situation harder. So I think with Lena's case, she has her mom.
Is the mom a problem? Oh no, a new can of worms?
I cannot say that my mom is a problem. So it's
What? Again?
I guess I cannot say like my problem is someone else's problem.
Okay, but does your mom interfere and make things more difficult? That's her point.
Yeah. Actually, recently, my older son is getting violent with my mom.
Your mom too? Oh my God.
Yeah.
But violent meaning, does he like punch you and break your
Yeah.
nose or something? Split your lips? No?
Basically, hate you.
Hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. Does the younger boy get hurt from his tantrum, from his older brother's tantrum? Not yet.
Yeah, so I guess
It's like black eye. I mean.
I'm worried that he could physically hurt his younger brother.
Did he?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
Does he get
possible.
bruises or anything?
No.
Okay. Did he threaten to harm his younger brother physically?
Yeah. And he actually does. And he's growing bigger, you know. And I'm also, at that moment, I'm kind of scared. One day he will be bigger than me, and
Yeah, that's scary. How about sending your younger brother to learn Shaolin martial arts?
the older one is learning martial arts right now.
Don't let him. The problem with martial arts is that they don't teach them how to use it properly. So cut it out, okay? Send a young one to martial arts school so that can learn to defend himself, okay? But not the older one. If he's violent, he's not supposed to learn martial arts, period, okay?
But he's only violent at home. He's very well behaved outside of our house.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If he knows martial arts and he's not taught not to harm others, he cannot learn. He cannot continue, period, okay? That's a big no-no. Because you don't stop him, whoever he hurts with his martial arts is your fault and his teacher's fault. Okay? So you have to stop. Okay. So it's at home only. You see, it's getting clearer and clearer. Okay, anyone else? What to do? Oh, I need to hurry up because my time is up. Okay, here's a problem. I see two problems, maybe three. Number one is that the boy is violent only at home, okay, against the people he's familiar with, his grandmother, his mother, his brother, okay, and so it's a manic behavior. Okay, he needs to release anger. So the earlier comments are correct. You need, when he is in that state, he needs to release it. Otherwise, he goes crazy. So for him to hit someone or do something physical is a form of release. It helps him. Recognize that. Instead of judging him, you have to recognize that he needs to release it. Okay? And so he needs to learn, help him release it in a harmless way without harming anyone. Okay? And so getting a punching bag or something and go hit, or hitting pillows or a pillow, whatever, using a pillow to hit something, allow him for those things to release it. Or you learn Chan and become better at Chan, and you can suck up his anger energy. You can't do that, but for us, we can do that. We can suck it up so that he has no anger energy anymore, not much left. So release it much faster, much shorter. Yes, 5.
From Jack Wu, I've dealt with a similar situation. I have a son and a daughter. The son is older. We went to seek professional help to better the situation. Some things that we were told is that firstly, the parents need to resolve their interpersonal issues. This was the most important thing. The parents need to be better themselves and the family. Some other advice is that when the children or child do things wrong or the situation, one gets in trouble because of the other, they should be punished together. The children both should understand they are aligned together as opposed to separating them in these situations. Maybe we also shouldn't think about loving our children unconditionally, but having unconditionally compassion for them.
There's some wisdom there. Okay, we have free advice from his psychologist as well, his therapist as well. That's so cool. All right, that's very helpful. In his case, in Jack Wu's case, that's very good. But in her case, it's more complicated than that. Okay. In her case here, so you need, the principle is true. You need to make sure he does not harm anyone, and he needs to release it, okay? And so help him find a way to release it, okay? And then after he's calm, then talk to him. You're not supposed to hurt people. This is unacceptable behavior, okay? And if you do, I will spank you. Okay, I'm bigger than you now. I will spank you before you can spank me. Okay? So he needs to be enforced the fact that, do they call CPS nowadays? If you spank them, you can get in trouble nowadays. If it leaves a mark, you can get in trouble. But what's the point in spanking and no mark? Wait a minute. Okay, forget spanking. So complicated nowadays. My time is so easy. My dad took a 2-inch branch and broke it on my back. But anyway, it scared me, and I behaved right away. So you have to help him release it. Okay, and I can't stress enough. You need to continue to do Chan, because you get, as you are more skilled, you suck up his energy, and you're much more efficient at sucking it out of him. Okay, it's not that hard, so that he calms down a lot quicker. Number 3, way to deal with it. It comes from the old abbot in Gold Forest. When it happens, you say, Wan Yin Pusa, Wan Yin Pusa, Wan Yin Pusa. You seek protection immediately, okay? And that will also help calm the boy down as well, okay? Wan Yin Pusa is very effective in such situations, okay? So don't use your brains anymore. I know it's hard for you, okay? But at that time, it's way beyond intellect. It's way beyond thinking. It's about making sure that, especially when it becomes dangerous, okay, become harmful to others, you need to recite Wan Yin Bodhisattvas. That should be automatic for all of you. Whether someone else's boy or your boy, it makes no difference. You see them in trouble, you call Wan Yin immediately. Okay? That's very Buddhist. You Buddhist, right? I'm kidding. Okay. So far, so good. That's for the boy. But it's not. Are you done? I'm not. Okay. Now, we also have to talk about the mother. The mother, what I heard about the mother is that she rejects the son. Said, if your behavior is like this, I don't like you. I hate it, mean I hate you. Okay, right? You use the word I hate it, right? Didn't you? Okay, now, so it turns out the mother is also manic. We're not going to name names. Okay, the mother is manic, says, if you like that, I don't want you. I don't like you. Okay, that doesn't help him. Because you're judging him. And you're judging his manic ghost. And your two manic ghosts are butting heads. He's not going to back down if you do that. Because not only that moment, but if you find yourself during normal times, okay, judging him, because you do. Am I correct? You did.
Exactly.
Very often. Very often. I don't have to be there. I can look at you and say, oh. Yeah, you judge him. Yes? And that's what the last thing you want to do to a manic person is to judge him. They get very upset at you. Because the ghost says, oh, you don't like me? Who are you not to like me? I don't like you. Okay? So the reason he behaves like that is because he feels judged. And he releases anger upon you. Strangers, he doesn't release it because, first of all, he's scared of them. Number two, they don't judge him as badly as you do. You in particular, the mother. And that makes him angry. I should be a shrink, huh? Okay, the problem, 60%, 65% is your problem, not him. You provoke him.
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, I think I can only increase my wisdom and the samadhi level to achieve that. Although at that moment I know I shouldn't judge him, but I still do.
Yes, and so when you judge him, what do? Ask the old abbot. Wan Yin Pusa, Wan Yin Pusa. Don't judge him. When you have that thought, then the thought arises. Wan Yin Pusa. Okay. The old abbot usually prefers Emitofuo. The Chinese, you Chinese people, Emitofuo. No. Learn to say Wan Yin Pusa, help me. Release my anger. Okay. And it's too soon to talk about unconditional love with you. Because you may have it, but you have a hard time expressing it at those moments. Yes? You do have unconditional love. You do. But at times, your manic ghost says, I cannot love this kind of person. Sounds familiar? Okay? He cannot be my son. He's a monster. Okay? So stop judging him. Does it help? Okay? Okay, very good. Oof. Thank you everyone for your wisdom. And good job. Okay. All right, thank you. Let's take a short break and come back and do the lunch offering.